nikiwana na familia yangu, na ningetaka pia kupeana rambirambi za mke wangu na familia yangu kwenyu. Honorable Karanja, tumefanya vitu vingi kwa watu wa Lakeview hapa. Kuna wale watoto ambao Karanja alikuja akaniambia, Speaker, tafadhali nisaidie, kuna msichana ameitwa shule inaitwa Isinya Girls, amekosa school fees. Tukashikana na Karanja, tukatafuta wadhamini ambao ni Menengai Oil Refineries, wakapatia yule msichana scholarship for 4 years. Kuna mwingine ambaye anasomea hapa Karema Girls, na kuna mwingine anasomea Nyabururu. Ningetaka kuambia wale watoto scholarship yao bado inaendelea, wasikuwe na wasiwasi. Kuna yule kijana ambaye Karanja Mburu alikuja akaniambia, Speaker, tafadhali nisaidie huyu kijana ingie NYS. Nafikiri aliingia NYS na natumaini Mungu amembariki, pengine alipata kazi katika vitengo vya usalama. Kuna wale familia ambao walikuwa wamenyanyaswa sana hapa, walikuwa na umaskini mwingi. Karanja Mburu akaja kwangu hapa Kehoto akaniambia kuna watu wako na njaa nyingi sana. Speaker, tafadhali ona vile tutafanya. Tukaenda pia kwa wadhamini wetu, marafiki zetu, wakapatiwa chakula. Hata juzi alikuwa amekuja anasema tujaribu tufanye vile tulikuwa tunafanya. Karanja Mburu akakuja akaniambia kuna shule ya chekechea hapa, kuna umaskini mwingi, wangetaka wapate uji. Tukashirikiana na Karanja, akapatiwa hiyo uji na watu wakakunywa uji. Baadaye alikuja akaniambia, Speaker, kuna shule naipenda karimu, mtu mzuri. Ni vigumu sana kukosana na huyu Honorable Karanja, because hata mkikosana kesho yake atakupigia simu akwambia, Speaker, hiyo mambo acha tumalize tafadhali. Tumalize kabisa. So unaona ni mtu ambaye in case mmepitana kidogo mnanyorosha. Na niwacha niseme siku ile ambaye ni siku zake za mwisho, bunge iliamua kwa maana ya hii COVID-19 tufanye kamati ambayo itashughulikia kusaidia wananchi wa Nakuru. Manake kama janga hili linapoendelea, watu watakuwa na njaa. Kama hapa Naivasha mnategemea uchumi wa maua, tunasikia maua factory nyingi zimefungwa za maua, mashamba mengi yamefungwa. Na kwa hivyo tukafanya supplementary budget pale kwa bunge, tukasema county itanunulia watu vyakula. Kwa hivyo tukaform kamati ya ad hoc committee ambaye ilikuwa ni ya assembly. Wale wabunge walipokaa chini wa assembly walimchagua Karanja Mburu kama chairman. Hiyo ni kuoneshana imani kubwa sana. Alipochaguliwa on Wednesday, akanipigia simu Alhamisi. Akaniambia, Speaker, tafadhali ongea na governor, lazima tukutane kwa haraka, watu wetu wanaumia. Tukapigia governor simu, akakubali, tukakutana naye siku ya Alhamisi. Baada ya hiyo, siku iliyofuata akanipigia simu, akaniambia, Speaker, tafadhali tuko mimi, Edi na Mbae, tunataka kukutana na wewe kwa ajili ya hii mambo. Tukaenda pale Kunste, tukakutana, tukakula lunch. That was on Friday. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa siku yangu ya mwisho kuonana na mheshimiwa wangu Karanja. Kwa hivyo huyu ni mtu ambaye aliwajali wale wako chini, wale wajane, wale wamekanyagizwa chini, na Biblia najua imesema mambo mazuri kwa watu kama hawa. Anajua mchungaji atatuambia kulingana na yale nimesema. Kwa hivyo nikubalieni tu nitoe rambirambi zangu na kusema pole kwa familia tena once again. Tutazidi kusimama na nyinyi vile tumesimama na nyinyi hizi siku ambazo umeziona. Sisi hatutatoka, tukishamaliza tutahakikisha kuwa tumesimama na wewe Madhe na Mugore na familia yote kuhakikisha kuwa watoto wale wetu ambao wako pale wamewachwa nyuma wanazidi kuwa na maisha ambayo ni mema na wanazidi kupata elimu. Na nafikiri tumeongea mengi kwa hayo. na tuko na marafiki wengi. Nikubalie kusema rambirambi ambazo nimepata nilipokuwa nikija hivi. Kuna yule ambaye alikuwa governor wa kwanza hapa Nakuru, Honorable Karanja Mburu, ambaye anakaa State House, is a State House Controller. Ameniambia niwapatie rambirambi zake. Na pia tuko na chairman wetu wa County Assemblies Forum, Honorable Wahome Ndegwa, ambaye analeta county zote, assembly zote. Ameniambia pia niwapatie rambirambi zake na County Assemblies Forum yote. Nikubalie nisome hii rambirambi ambayo iko ni ya assembly. So on behalf of the County Assembly of Nakuru, the honorable members, leaders, Nakuru residents, and on my own behalf, I wish to convey our deepest sympathies and condolences to the family, friends, and Lakeview constituents following the untimely demise of Honorable Peter Karanja Mburu. In this moment of sorrow, our thoughts and prayers go out to his family, friends, and constituents whom he served with commitment and dedication. I had a privilege and opportunity to interact with the Honorable Mburu in and out of the assembly. He was a kind-hearted person, always jovial and friendly to people around him. Karanja was hardworking. He was a hardworking legislator who had the interest of the people at heart, as I've just said. He always maintained a good relationship with his colleagues and the staff of the assembly. We shall greatly miss Karanja. Serving in his first term, the youthful leader was a humble, bold, selfless, focused, and open-minded person and served his constituents without boundaries. The assembly acknowledges him as a great orator, a devoted member of the assembly, and a politician who had a great future. At the assembly, Karanja demonstrated deep understanding of parliamentary procedures, and until his timely death, Honorable Karanja was the chairman, as we've been told, of the Disaster Committee and the recently formed COVID-19 ad hoc committee that was spearheading the fight against this pandemic. He was also a member of several committees, which included Health, Land, Liaison, Budget, and House Business Committee. Honorable Karanja Mburu also played a major role in legislative work by tabling a bill and sponsoring several motions with the aim of improving the livelihoods of the people of Nakuru. He tabled the Nakuru County Disaster and Emergency Management Bill, which is now in the second reading. The bill seeks to compel the Nakuru County government to set up a structured disaster response unit and establish a county disaster council. And let me say at this juncture that in his honor, we will ensure that the bill goes to the final stage and becomes law so as to accomplish his dreams for the people of Nakuru. On motions, he sponsored a motion urging the county government to provide free NHIF medical cover to vulnerable people in the society. He also sponsored a motion to compel the county government to construct specific classrooms for children with special needs to accommodate autistic learners. He noted that many children with various disabilities were dropping out of school due to unconducive learning environment, and we wish the county government in his honor implements that. Honorable Mburu also sponsored a motion urging the county lands, housing, and physical planning department to consider developing a digital platform to support online approval of building plans, which he was very passionate about. The move was to ease the process of approving building plans, which is normally tedious and time-consuming. Honorable Karanja sponsored a motion to open up the Lake Naivasha corridors, which had been blocked by private investors. You are all aware about that. The move was to provide the youth with an opportunity to earn a living through fishing and tourism activity. Words cannot convey the magnitude of loss of Karanja Mburu, as he played a major role in shaping the interests of Lakeview residents as well as Nakuru County. Indeed, we remember Honorable Mburu as a man of courage who was never afraid to fight for what he believed in, even if it was not popular. To the family of Karanja Mburu, accept our deepest condolences. In life, no one can prepare you for such a loss as this, But take comfort in knowing that Honorable Karanja Mburu is resting in the arms of the Lord. May God give you the strength and peace that you seek during this time of grief. Just to quote the Bible, in Psalms 46 verse 1, God is our refuge and strength. He's always ready to help in times of trouble. May you find solace in God's word and in his unwavering love for you. We are here today representing many who could not attend the burial ceremony to pay their last respect, as the majority has said, due to COVID-19 prevailing measures. And at this juncture, and in honor of Karanja, I would request all the residents of Nakuru and Lakeview and Naivasha to please observe the guidelines that have been given by the government to contain this pandemic. We'll be doing our tribute to Karanja because he was very passionate about assisting people during this time. So let us observe the guidelines that have been given by the government, that is washing regularly our hands, keeping social distance, sanitizing, and putting on masks. We shall have given Karanja the desired respect that he deserves. To all friends and family and well-wishers who have taken their time to pray and support this family, may the Lord richly bless you. May I also take this opportunity, as the majority has said, to particularly thank His Excellency the Governor for the support he has given us, and His Excellency the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. The material day that this happened, he called me immediately, and he has been following up to know that this function will be a success and the life of the children will also be, a success as they continue their education and their welfare. So, on my behalf and that of the County Assembly, Honorable Susan, ukifika kule, mwambie tumeshukuru sana, 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 sana. We cannot be able to express with words. So let me say, as I conclude, may the soul of Honorable Karanja Mburu rest in eternal peace, and may God grant you, the family, the strength to endure this great pain. His commitment to serve Wanjiko will be greatly missed. Fare thee well, Honorable Peter Karanja Mburu. Fare thee well, my friend. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Thank you for the tribute as well. Not to break protocol, lakini I was asked to take charge of the administration. I will also I should have invited Honorable KK Kwanza, but unfortunately nilikuwa nimesahau. So kindly please, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you very much. Kanisa lote la maombolezi, Bwana asifiwe. Tumsifu Yesu Kristo. Majina yangu ni Francis Kuria Kimani ama KK, mbunge ni bunge la Molo constituency hapa Nakuru County. Nimeleta rabirabi zangu, familia yangu, na kwa niaba ya wabunge wote kwa eneo hili bunge la Nakuru, ongozwa na mheshimiwa wetu wa Naivasha, Mheshimiwa Jane Kihara, ambao kwa sababu ya hii maneno ya COVID hangeweza kujiunga nasi siku ya leo. Nilimjua Mheshimiwa Karanja kama rafiki. Sikumjua kama mwanasiasa, nilimjua kama rafiki. Tumefanya biashara na yeye pamoja, tumezungumza mambo mengi, tulikuwa tumepanga mambo mengi pamoja, na kuna hata wakati moja, in fact twice, nimemhost katika constituency ya Molo. Wakati mmoja ulikuwa kupatana na wanafunzi wa university kuencourage vijana katika county yetu ya Nakuru, na hapo nafikiri ndipo ndoto yake ya kuwa senator ilianza, kwa sababu alianza kumwambia we need you to be the next senator of Nakuru County, na hata watu wengi wa Molo wakaanza kumuita mheshimiwa senator. Mara ya pili ni wakati kama akiwa kazi yake kama chairman wa disaster committee ya county assembly, alikuja ku launch fire engine katika eneo bunge letu la Molo. Na nakumbuka maongezi yake, ni mtu ambaye kabisa alikuwa anaongea bila uoga kama vile ambao wengine wamesema. Wakati nilikuwa nakuja siku ya leo tukienda kule Umash, mimi kweli nilisikia sikuwa na nguvu ya kumuona akiwa katika sanduku. Na nikawaza kuhusu mke wake na watoto wake wawili ambao wamewaacha. Na kitu moja tu niliombea Mungu tu awasaidie kuwapa roho ya kuvumilia. Because nobody can really understand the pain. If we feel that painful as his friends, as his colleagues, then how would his family feel? Lakini jambo moja ambalo linanifunza na katika historia ya nchi yetu, katika historia ya Kenya, nilikuwa nafuata mtandao wake wa Facebook na nikaona wakati janga la COVID lilitangazwa, wengine wa viongozi sisi hatujafanya kitu kusaidia wananchi wetu wakati huu wa janga hili la COVID. But yeye already alikuwa ameweza kumobilize 5,000 masks for children to distribute to the people of Lakeview Ward. Alikuwa ameweza kutafuta sanitizers and he was thinking every day and night, what can I do to caution my people against this pandemic? So as we lost our brother, I know in the history of Nakuru County, in the history of Kenya, that he is a person who stood by his people. Mara mingi utaka kujikumbusha haya kama mwanasiasa na kama kiongozi. Wengine wetu wote tunaweza enda kufanya mambo mengi kwa wananchi. There is one place only ambao wamekuja introduce hapa kama members of county assembly wanaweza kwenda, na that is the county assembly. Ikifika ni mjadala katika national assembly, hapa I am the only person ambaye anaweza enda pale na aseme maneno katika parliament ama national assembly. Ikifika kwa maneno ambayo yanafaa kuzungumzwa kwa senate, there is only one person here who can raise our concerns at the senate, and that is our honorable senator Susan Kihika. So if there is one thing that Honorable Karanja Mburu did, by having been such an active member of the county assembly, to me, he is one of the most effective leaders we can ever have in Nakuru County. And for that, I really salute him. Mwaka uliopita, tulikuwa na uchaguzi wa wale vijana wale viongozi wachanga ama Africa Young Parliamentarians Network, ambao nilichaguliwa kama kiongozi wao katika Afrika. Na one of the discussions ambao tulikuwa nayo ni how we are going to include young members of county assemblies katika decisions katika mlengo huo wa Afrika. Kwa bahati mbaya hii COVID ikakuja, we are supposed to have our first conference in Nigeria this April. Now the discussion was that Karanja Mburu would have been a representative of young members of county assemblies in Africa katika hiyo discussion, so that we see hii vita ambayo tunapigana nayo many issues in Africa, ya kwamba zianze pale kwa county assemblies, zikuje kwa national assembly, zikienda, so that we find a lasting solution for a region called Africa. As I wind up, fare thee well, my brother. May you rest in eternal peace. My condolences to the family. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Kiki. At this juncture, I am going to invite our Honorable Senator, Madam Susan Kihika.
Very much. Kwa Damaris, bibi wa Mburu, watoto, mom, the brothers, the rest of the relatives, the friends, the colleagues at the county assembly led by the speaker, na wananchi wote wa Lakeview Ward. Bwana asifiwe. It's a difficult time, and to the church, thank you very much, because we couldn't do anything really in this world without you. And even at this difficult time, you do fill the gap. So we thank you very much. So as we come here today, for most of us, it's really difficult. Because kabisa, hakuna vile we would have thought that we would be here at this point in time, this early, laying our brother to rest, Karanja Mburu. But here we are, and I guess so is life. Na sisi wote, that's the direction. But I personally feel very sad because Karanja was not just an MCA to me. I wasn't just his senator, but he was a close family friend for us. Karanja is someone that we talked often. Even in the last week before the Sunday, as they went through the supplementary budget, we often consulted and discussed and talked. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, he was a leader who was going very, very, very far. He was extremely progressive in thought. He was also very, very, very courageous. And I don't say that to take anything away from the rest of you members of the County Assembly. But I think if you asked me, I would say he was number one in courage. Now, not just at the County Assembly level, but even at the county level, and even one of the top national leaders as well. So it shocked me that the day on Sunday when the tragedy happened, we have a WhatsApp group for senators. Now the first person to lay tribute in that page was Senator Sakaja. And he told me how much Karanja had been helping people at the flower farms. The next one was Senator Wetangula. I mean, I was really shocked. I knew he had made his way into the national politics, but I really didn't know how far he had gone. Then there was Senator Faki from Mombasa talking to me about him, and Senator Murkomen. So it went on and on and on. And I'm sure also many of you know he was a close friend of the Deputy President. So for me, when I look at him, and that's why I said not to take anything away when I say he is elected at the ward level, but yet he's known at the national platform, at the national level, and in just 2.5 years. It wasn't even his second term. So sometimes we feel sad because we can see how far he was going to go. But God decides, and God's plans are God's plans. Mheshimiwa KK, naona kiti yangu mlichukua kabla hata niwache kukalia. Yes, Senator. But we also used to have those discussions a lot. Because he was such a young guy, and we would talk about how the youth are the highest in population in our country. Yet everywhere we go, the youth feel so left behind. But somehow, Karanja was able to carry the voice of the youth with a lot of bravery. And I'll tell you how I met him. The first day I met Karanja, I was a speaker, like you are a speaker. But I was running for Senate at the time, and it was close to nominations. And I was going around the wards. And I would meet the pillars in each ward to try and talk them into seeing my vision. And one of Karanja's opponents, who at the time was a close friend of mine, had brought together a group in Lakeview Ward for me to come and talk to. Actually, it was ladies. I think we had a group of 100 ladies. Actually, no, not just ladies, ladies and gentlemen. So we talked, the people talked, I talked, Karanja's opponent at the time talked. And then it was time to go, and there was this one guy at the back. And I was like, we need to let him speak. And his opponent at the time said, hata yeye anataka kiti, but he can't go anywhere. Let him talk. Wacha tu aongee, hata kama ni function ya his opponent, he really can't go too far. So that's how he talked. But I remember being shocked. Like, I can't imagine walking into an opponent's function without my own people, sitting there, and then being able to stand and talk and carry the day. So that is when I first noticed him. And I thought, this guy has something special. The next time I was shocked at Karanja's passion and courage was when we were burying a young, we used to call them one of the bloggers in Nakuru County. His name is Kelwesh, back in Solai. And that was the first time that Karanja spoke. I mean, this is an MCA from Lakeview Ward, but he was addressing a serious gathering in Solai Rongai sub-county. And he really, really talked, and I said, wow. You know, it just felt different. It just felt different. It didn't feel like anything we had seen before. And so from there, we became good friends. We walked the journey together, and here we are, unfortunately. Now, it's not in vain, because as we can see, in those 2.5 years, he shone so brightly. When the issues of COVID-19 came, I was following closely, as I often do as a senator from a distance, but I follow. The members of the county assembly, his fellow colleagues, elected him, as we heard from our speaker here, as the chairman of that ad hoc committee. And every time Karanja would speak, and I remember I think it was a radio, something I heard, a clip just going around. Karanja was saying that as much as they had passed hundreds of millions in terms of money for those who are vulnerable and would be facing a hard time due to COVID-19, Karanja said even if the county was to supply food, the food must be bought from the farmers of Nakuru County. It must not come from outside. That is the kind of passion. That is the kind of dedication that he had for Wanjiko. So as we continue, Speaker and your team, Majority Leader, you're there, our good friends there, the other MCAs, please make sure that you carry through this vision of Karanja. Make sure that, because the money, you have done well, by the way, and I congratulate you, you have passed the supplementary budget. Make sure that when that money gets on the ground, like he said, make sure it goes down to Wanjiko, who will be needing that money. Let us make sure that those who are meant to be helped by that money, the money gets to them. So we shall continue with, and I will also make sure, as a close friend of Karanja, that whatever it is he was trying to do, we shall be sure to try and make it become a reality, even if he's gone. Last night, I spoke extensively to the Deputy President, because he knew we were coming for this funeral today. And I told him about a time when I had come. Karanja had called me for an AGM meeting, and I think that the principal is here, of Milimani, oh, you're there. And I remember I came, and you didn't know that I was coming. You can sit. You didn't know that I was coming. But Karanja had called me, and he had insisted, you must come, you must come, you must come. You can't miss. And at the time, I had other functions, but he had his way with me, and I cancelled and I came. And I remember at the time, Karanja kept talking to me about we need a bus in this school. But at the time, I had just come from fundraising for a bus in Nakuru town, and I know how hectic that gets. So to be very honest, Principal, I refused to commit. So at the time, I didn't commit. But then again, the Deputy President came to the Catholic church that's next to your school. And even as we were telling him farewell, I had come with him, as we were saying goodbye now to Karanja and leaving for another destination, he told the Deputy President, please help this school get a bus. So anyway, last night, I talked to the Deputy President, and he said, in memory of Karanja, we shall make sure that your school gets a bus, so that it was not in vain. Thank you. And also, Speaker, you have mentioned, and those uniforms are in my office, can you imagine? Together with Speaker and Karanja, I don't know what you did to him, Principal. This school was too close to his heart. We have uniforms, because he came to Speaker, and then Speaker called me, and he said we need to get some uniforms for the students at Milimani Primary. So me and him had been talking, trying to figure when we can get together and come and deliver. So as soon as we are able to do this, as soon as this COVID is over, Speaker, we shall go and deliver those uniforms on his behalf to your school as well. So as we continue, we shall stand in the gap and try to help in every way that we can. Even when I came to your school, he was able, I launched a borehole that he had done, because your school had had so many water issues. And in fact, by calling me to come and launch it, the truth of the matter is he got in trouble that day.